It takes 10 years to build a media empire. It takes one viral controversy to threaten its entire foundation. For Ranveer Allahbadia, that threat materialized almost overnight. A massive public backlash surrounding India's Got Latent dominated social feeds, prompting a raw, defensive vlog titled "I'll Bus." Millions of viewers watched a man who built a career selling self-improvement frameworks suddenly face his own collapse. The question was whether the mental tools he preached could actually function under extreme real-world pressure. To understand his response, you have to look at the baseline he started from. Long before the millions of subscribers, Ranveer was a deeply insecure teenager who struggled to even hold eye contact. He spent his early years feeling entirely average. There was no grand vision or clear purpose, just a persistent frustration with his own limitations. The exit strategy from that frustration didn't come from a book or a mentor. It came from the repetition of lifting heavy weights in the gym. Weightlifting forced a crucial realization. You cannot wait to feel like working out. The physical action has to happen first, and the motivation follows the momentum. As his body changed, the effects bled into the rest of his life. The physical discipline improved his posture, his appearance, and eventually gave him the confidence to speak his mind in social settings. Pushing past physical failure was the necessary prerequisite. It taught his brain how to endure discomfort, laying the groundwork for the mental resilience he would need later. That resilience was immediately tested when he took a camera into his bedroom and posted videos. The early days of Indian YouTube were brutal. He battled intense camera shyness and view counts barely moved. Recognizing that pure fitness content had a ceiling, he studied the market and pivoted. He started talking about the things he had to learn the hard way: grooming, dating, and interpersonal communication. This chart tracks his channel's early performance. You see a long, grueling slat line of obscurity, followed by a moment where the new, broader content hits the algorithm, sending the data aggressively upward. That sharp curve proved a core thesis: relentless adaptability. The willingness to abandon what isn't working and test new variables yielded compound interest. Instead of coasting on that success, he took a massive risk. In an internet culture dominated by rapidly shrinking attention spans, he launched The Ranveer Show, betting everything on hours-long, unfiltered conversations. The gamble paid off. Sitting down with global icons like Priyanka Chopra validated the long-form format and proved the platform held massive stars' attention. He then pushed typical boundaries, engaging directly with figures like External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar to dissect geopolitics and national strategy. The podcast quickly cemented itself as a mandatory stop for Bollywood royalty, bringing legends like Akshay Kumar to the microphone, alongside modern action stars like Tiger Shroff, effectively locking in a massive youth demographic. The roster expanded into the psychology of elite performance, breaking down the intense, obsessive mindsets of globally recognized athletes like Virat Kohli. The podcast's gravity pulled in capital and talent. He leveraged the audience to build an entire corporate ecosystem, founding Monk Entertainment and the mindfulness app Level Supermind. The bedroom setups were replaced by premium studios, and his vlogs documented a sprawling, luxurious lifestyle, from Dubai high-rises to wildlife expeditions across Africa. After a decade of grinding, his brand had ascended to the highest altitudes of the Indian corporate and media landscape. By weaponizing his own curiosity and building a vast network of high-leverage relationships, the insecure teenager had systematically scaled himself into a global powerhouse. Which brings us directly back to the crash. The India's Got Latent controversy attacked the core identity of his brand. Over a matter of weeks, relentless media scrutiny compounded. Opinion pieces circulated, hit pieces were published, and rumors of an official FWICE ban spread across the industry. The debate centered around a perceived vulgarity crisis in digital media. For a creator whose entire business model relied on selling clean, self-improvement wisdom, this specific accusation was toxic. Facing the internet's cancellation cycle creates a feeling of inescapable pressure. 10 years of calculated brand building was suffocating under the weight of public outrage. To survive the fallout, he didn't rely on PR spin. He reverted to the oldest framework he had, the raw, physical discipline he learned in the gym years ago. You don't wait to feel better, you execute the reps. He openly rejected the urge to retreat into intellectual laziness. Instead, he doubled down on his core mission, refocusing his energy on mentoring the youth and pushing an India-first approach to content creation. The execution of that strategy culminated in his return to the mainstream spotlight, stepping out onto the massive stage of the Kapil Sharma show. Stepping onto that stage fulfilled a dream his late grandfather had for him. In the wake of the backlash, Ranveer used this appearance to explicitly focus on gratitude, prioritizing the people who believed in him long before the controversy or the fame. Resilience requires treating public failure as diagnostic data for the business. By grounding his return in this radical gratitude and returning to his original habits of discipline, Ranveer moved past the collapse to begin his next cycle of construction.